I had to change. So in 2013, I took the lead. 2013, I signed up as a coach, and I was that crazy person. I didn't care. Because I had vision, and I wanted something different for my life. I'm hoping that you guys see such opportunity in this business that you will never, ever doubt the chance for you to use this to help your family reach their goals. A couple months after I signed up as a Beachbody coach, I was able to get that full-time job. And I was able to come home to that baby boy who needed me. It was amazing. I cried like an ugly cry for like 2 hours. Talking like a happy, ugly cry, like my husband's like, hey, shut what's happening? It was amazing. That might not be your goal. Maybe you love your job. Maybe you are a stay-at-home mom and you're doing this to get out of the house. Maybe you're doing this to have support. You need to figure that out for yourself. Figure out what your why is and know that it's going to evolve as you grow. Because my first goal as being a coach was to get home. My family needed me, and they still need me, but was to get home. And once I did that, my next goal was to match that income that I left. Because nobody understood it, but I believed it. I didn't know what I was doing. I did not know what I was doing. There's still some days I'm like, do I know what I'm doing? But I wanted to match my income. So anyone who came at me and said, you're one of those network marketers, yeah, I know what you do. You're going to invite me to all these fake Facebook groups and spam me? No. But I had some friends who hurt my feelings. I don't know, maybe guys, maybe that's totally over, not what you're dealing with. But who cares what other people think? Because in order to be just we have to think. I was able to match my previous corporate job income, my salary from 1 year. Beachbody is not going to be one. But this is my story. I was able to match that corporate job that I worked 5 years for. I was able to match that with Beachbody in 12 months. That was amazing. And once that happened, I said, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Never in my life did I think that I was worth anything more than, let's say, $50,000. I thought, that is awesome. Oh my goodness, I went to college for 4 years. If I can earn $50,000 a year, I mean, my family is set. Our goals being met, we'd be able to live paycheck to paycheck, which is fine because that's what we do with the debt. That was infiltrated in my mind because I just thought, that's mediocre, Laura. And that's okay because that's comfortable, that's a little light. But in order for me to be my best for my family, for my goals, and hopefully now paying it forward, I had to think, could I do this? Could I grow as a person enough to earn more money for my family so we could pay for vacations without being stressed out? So we could get out of debt? So we could pay our medical bills without stressing? So we could help my mom retire earlier? So we could pay for my son's college education? I wanted. So I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty of my income because it doesn't matter because it's not about money. But let me tell you something. The more people you help, the more money you make. So if your back is up against the wall right now and you're needing money to pay your bills, just know the more people you help, the more money you make. And the more people on your team you help others to pay, the more money you make. So whatever your level of motivation is, if it's income, if it's rank, if it's freedom, you figure it out and let that drive you. But my story is that by 2014, I had an excited team behind me who believed in me, who believed in this vision, who believed that they wanted to have a life of balance and freedom as well. And so they elevated our team to be an elite team. Really exciting. I'm honored to help them have that kind of, hopefully, like empowerment to say, if I can do it, they can do it. 2015 has been awesome. Now I have 2 baby boys. And it has been nothing short of amazing. Always challenging with little children running around who need you as a mom, but I know that now I can work part-time with Beachbody, full-time mom, at home, and still earn triple, quadruple, whatever it is the amount that I'm ever able to ever consider when I'm looking for different. So this is my answer. This is my solution. What's your solution? I don't know whether you fall into one of these 3 buckets. I know I'm trying to stay here, so I don't know whether you fall into one of these 3 buckets, but these are some statistics, unfortunately, that we are facing in our country. I don't want you to be unhappy, but I'm not going to lie and pretend that you might not be one of those Americans that are unhappy. 1 in 10 Americans say they're unhappy because of stress, disease, unemployment. 80% of Americans are in debt. Okay, let's just say if you take out the idea of somebody's mortgage being debt, being like considered part of their debt, 80% of Americans are in debt, and the average amount of debt is credit card is $800. I don't know, maybe that's too. Maybe you know something like that. 35% of Americans are obese, and that might seem like, oh, that's just, 1/3 of the whole entire country. That's a lot. But what's even more sad is that 250,000 people on average die every year because of obesity. Those are some hurting people in the world. We're surrounded by hurting people because it's about our choice and our responsibility to take ownership of our life. Crying is all right in its way while it lasts, but you have to stop sooner or later, and then you still have to decide what to do. I know pain is real. I know that life happens. Life has happened to us. You guys saw that brief timeline of, hey, this is me from 2009 to 2015. And it might seem peachy, but what you don't know during that time, even while being a Beachbody coach, is that my dad, my father-in-law, my husband, they all lost their job. When my husband lost his job, we lost our house. We moved in with my in-laws for 5 months. A lot of things happened to me. But I was not let that going to define the end point, the point B, the finish line that I was running after. So I was able to use that as leverage and momentum, because at the end of the day, no matter what happens in you and what emotions you may feel, you still have to decide what you're going to do. And Beachbody has a couple of things that they want you to do every single day to be successful. And you define your success. Again, right? Income, freedom, all of the above. It's up to you. It's a decision you have to make, and life can change on a few small decisions, just like on a dime. One day you can say, I am drawing a line in the sand. That could be today. I am drawing a line in the sand, and I will not settle for mediocre anymore. I am worth it, and I can do this, and I can be successful. I don't care what my past said. I don't care my situation. I don't care if I am in a hole. I can be strong, and I can be happy. These are like 2 of 1,000 examples of success stories. So I'm sorry I chose these like 2 well-known cheesy examples, but stick with me. Because Bill Gates failed. Bill Gates failed. His first attempt to build a business, to create an organization, people said, you're not going to do anything with your life. He's now the richest man in the world. Jim Carrey, you might not know this, but he actually dropped out of high school when he was 15 because his parents and his mom had cancer and he had to go take care of them. He didn't have everything going for him. He didn't start out his life on third base where all he had to do was trot the home run. Sometimes people are underdogs, and you might be an underdog. Or you might be at your chapter 20, and all you have to do is try a little bit harder and actually make this work. But he didn't give up. He wanted to be a comedian, so he committed to going to these comedian clubs and working his booty off. And then, would you say that Jim Carrey's successful and inspiration and fun? He didn't give up. So maybe you can define that own story in your life. Maybe you have somebody close to you and you want to be that success story to them. But I had to decide for me, okay, that's Bill Gates, that's Jim Carrey, but I'm just Laura. What about me? I can be okay with being mediocre because that's comfortable. I'm okay with being in my comfort zone because it's average and, middle class, fine, like I told you before, paycheck to paycheck. I'm a homebody, kind of frazzled. What mom isn't frazzled? Hello. But I wanted something different. And I did not know I wanted something different until I started growing as a person. Until I started doing personal development and started taking the scales off my eyes and saying, I can do this. So my best, Laura, is this. I wanted to be confident. I wanted to be financial free, which now we are debt free. Adventurous. I am a homebody, and you might not know from up here, or maybe you do because you see me shaking my boots, but I am actually an extroverted introvert. I get filled up and I get excited by being home at my journals drinking hot tea. My husband wants to be out and about all the time. I'm like, no, honey, I just want to be by myself. But I wanted to be adventurous because my family is adventurous. I wanted to be out and about, but I didn't want to stress about my schedule. I didn't want to have to take off time work. I didn't want to have to ask my boss if I could go to Disney World next week. But I'm a boss and I can ask. I'm not going to Disney World. my husband, we want to go to Waffle House this morning because it's a family day. Waffle House, oh, don't go. Waffle House is good. Judgment. I wanted to be a balanced mom. You guys saw my quote in my video, love fast, so slow. That's a quote that I live by. Love fast because I want to love people unconsciously as a reflex. I want to serve people, and that is a direct reflection of the success of my team. I want to live slow. I want to slow down, take a wind off my shoulder, and live in the moment. Being in a business like this, or any kind of goal you have in your life, is very tempting for you to go so fast. You're going to have such aggressive goals that you lose yourself in the process of achieving that goal. If you're running a marathon, you might forget to actually take care of yourself or to spend time with your family. And that's what Live Slow is about. Live Slow is to be able to stop and just say, you know what? This is good. Smell the roses. Here's my sweet family. Here's what I enjoy. I'm going to go think about that. You guys can live slow. You don't have to be so fast. You can be successful in this business by slowing your pace down in your heart in order to have a clearer mind and more effective work hours. I'm really going to challenge you guys to do that. The habits and skills we're going to talk about today are going to come after I tell you what the amazing company you're a part of. This is just the beginning of Beachbody. I had the privilege, I qualified for leadership retreat last week. I don't know if you guys knew that there was a big Beachbody leadership retreat in Coronado in San Diego, California. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really incredible. I'm very inspired by it. But I was on the elbows with the top of the top coaches. And they were coming from my great friends. And it's cool because Beachbody has provided not only a bounce back journey for both of my babies, not only provided my family an entire full-time income for my husband and I, but it's also provided me best friends. And as a mom, I need that. As a mom, I need community. You know, all day long, you can't just talk to topic. But this is just the beginning of Beachbody. So here I am at leadership last year, just excited to be with my friends. And then all of a sudden, Carl Dr. goes on stage and he's like, let me just tell you where I'm going to take the business. And I'm like, all right, boss man, tell me what I need to do. Tell me how I need to get to work. And did you know that this guy, he shared benchmarks that impressed me? 5,000 companies. We are one of the 12 only billion-dollar companies. That's impressive. We're not even that old. We're not even that old a company. Did you know that every week in 2015, we have been the #1 infomercial in the entire world? The #1 infomercial, y'all know later, right? You walk in, he says, Dave wants to be 325, 100, and every day, get you every time. Every time. I love this program. Every time I watch that infomercial, I'm like, I gotta start. Those little containers, I'm like, dang it, I'm gonna bring some containers out into our house. I'm gonna eat some only greens tomorrow, and I need all the yellows. Like, anyway, and that's what it's doing. Beachbody spends $150 million a year, $150 million a year on marketing. That is a brand that I can stand on. That is a brand that I'm confident to be associated with. Beachbody On Demand, who in here has used that program, that feature? How revolutionary. Okay, click on your phone, on your computer, anywhere and everywhere. Being a traveling person in my past, I thought, oh, why didn't I have that then? It would have been amazing to be able to do that. Well, it launched this year, and since it launched in March, it now has 608,000 users, adding about an average of 4,300 users a day. Why is it changing? Doors are opening. People can be helped because of the tools and innovative products Beachbody is coming out with. You know what's cool? Beachbody's not slowing down. They're not sitting pretty on their big bank accounts and saying, you know what? We did this whole network thing, that felt pretty good. Now we got a couple people convinced that they can be successful, and let me just go ahead and enjoy this ride. The leadership of Beachbody, they're in this to help us, and that's why they're successful. So Carl Dr. got on stage and he said, hey guys, congratulations. We went from a zero company to a $1.3 billion company in 7 years. That's pretty cool. Hurrah. Everyone's like, oh yeah. He said, we're not stopping. We're going to be a $10 billion company. $10 billion, that's like unfathomable. We were like, okay, what company is a $10 billion, whatever. A lot of companies aren't a $10 billion company.